it's like, dude, we don't even know if this is gonna be good yet. Can we just like please like hold
It's
the
gonna be
brakes?
good.
Like,
I
awesome.
mean, I'm gonna be an advocate for that, but I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, but we haven't seen it yet, Elijah.
Yeah. That's true.
But I mean, like, yeah, no, I'm excited for it.
You're the
I
skeptic.
think I'm
I'm the
hoping that they're
hopeful.
gonna be good. You are the hopeful.
But
I am the skeptic.
hello, Justin. Welcome back to
Hello,
another episode.
Elijah.
Welcome, listeners.
Thank you.
This is thank you. This is another episode of History of Popcorn, your secret public movie club. We talk about all things movies, movie reviews, movie news, and just celebrate anything film or movies, I guess. Film sounds a little pretentious, doesn't it? I don't know.
You know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just another word. You're testing out. There's something about that collar. Is the collar thin?
I know. I don't know. I like this shirt.
But
I was like, I just
maybe
realized
just one
like, I
less
was like
button.
looking. I was just looking. And I was like, kind of exposing a little too much. I only have like 6 chest hairs.
And you
like
want to feature them all today.
Oh man, I just noticed that.
Where was I?
Sorry.
We have a few things to talk about today. We might have a new Joker. Snow White, the movie, apparently found a writer. A few other things. We're getting a biopic. There's a lot of stuff to talk about today, Justin. Let's see. If I just want to apologize that I have a sore throat and I'm overcoming a cold. So thank you guys for bearing with me while you guys have to listen to me.
I'm so mad at you.
I know. I know you turned me way down because it's kind of I don't know. I sound congested. I feel congested. Anyway, I wanted to do an episode though because I love doing the podcast, Justin. So I'm glad you're here today.
100%. I will always be here.
Let's see. Did you see the first look at the Elvis biopic by Lurhman?
I did.
I think that movie is going to be beautiful. I don't have too much updated news about that, but I think the first look looks really good. I like.
Yeah, no, he hadn't done a movie in a long time.
I think his last big movie was Great Gatsby, right?
Yeah, and that wasn't that good.
I think that flopped.
Yeah, well, it made a lot of money. It just didn't.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. Oh yeah. All of his movies have been fucking way too successful. Like, I'm not a huge fan of him, but I just appreciate that he really just goes all out. He doesn't hold back. Like,
it looks
Moulin
like
Rouge,
he should direct. Yeah, it looks like he should direct like Broadway plays or something.
Yeah. Moulin Rouge is definitely one of those movies where it's like, it's not great, but it's just so much fun.
Interesting. A lot of people on my side, like in my family,
love it,
adore that movie and say it's incredible. But I still haven't seen it. I might
when
watch
I was
really
a kid.
Soon, so
you should because I mean, like, it's definitely a strange movie. It's definitely the strangest Best Picture nominated movies. Like it's one of those movies where you're like,
it was nominated for Best Picture.
Wow, it was nominated for everything. This movie Moulin Rouge was a fucking smash hit. And no, it's very interesting. But I remember when I was a kid, I loved Moulin Rouge. And it was like maybe like 3 years ago, I want to say, where Moulin Rouge played at my local theater. They do like these flashback Fridays or Thursdays, wherever the fuck day it was. And I went to go see that with my girlfriend at the time. I was like, I hadn't seen it in forever. And I was like, dude, I was obsessed with this movie. We have to go see it. And we watched it. And I remember walking out just being like,
that didn't hold up.
That was weird. That was weird. I'm really surprised that my mom and dad let me watch that movie so many times.
Interesting.
And also, I never knew I just forgot that it was a jukebox musical. Like the Moulin Rouge was like the movie where that's why like I know so many like weird, there's so many just like songs like Roxanne and Your Song, a lot of Elton John, and like
you said jukebox musical is like a musical that incorporates other people's music.
Yeah, but it does it in a very, very strange way. But yeah, anyways, I'm sorry, I just went off on that. But yeah, no, the Elvis thing was good.
Austin Butler, we didn't really see his face, but it seems like an interesting concept because at first I thought Tom Hanks was playing his dad, but he plays his manager, I guess.
Yeah,
he doesn't play his dad, but I think the role, I guess he's going to play somewhat of a villain because it's about the relationship between his manager and him, and I guess they didn't always get along. It's about the rock legend's growth from dirt poor singer to global icon, seen through the prism of his complex relationship over 2 decades with his manager, Colonel Tom Parker, who's Tom Hanks.
That sounds like an evil man right there.
Yeah, Colonel Tom Parker. I'm his manager. So
I hope that they talk about, I know this is like kind of like preachy, but I hope that they do talk about how Elvis just like, he didn't steal a lot. Like it wasn't his, it was his manager's decision to like just take a bunch of songs from a lot of black artists.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Like Hound Dog and like most songs that he became famous for, they were stolen. Not really stolen, but like the record company basically was like, oh yeah, no,
we're just gonna give it to Elvis because we know how to market Elvis.
Exactly. I hope that they do talk about that because that's like that's a huge, he's Elvis, even though he's not alive anymore. There's been a lot of backlash of that, and I honestly, I didn't think
I had not known about that actually.
Well, I didn't really know about it until I saw Ma Rainey's Black Bottom,
right,
which was one of my favorite movies of last year.
Yeah, that was
another great Netflix.
I don't remember them talking about that, honestly.
Yeah, no, well, that's the ending of the movie. That's like the twist ending that they like spent the entire time making that album. At the end of it, they just gave it to like a white group, kind of like the Frankie Valli type people.
Okay, right.
And that was like the ending of it. It's kind of like a huge gut punch. Makes you just think about how shitty the world is.
Yeah, well, people are being able to use their voice more prominently now because of the times. So hooray for progress.
Hooray for progress.
Let's see. Like I said, we got a new writer for the Snow White movie that we've been talking about, and it's Greta Gerwig, rumored to be Greta Gerwig. It's still pretty rumored, but it says that Greta Gerwig is attached to do the musical with what's her name attached as Snow White again? I forget her name. Rachel Ziegler.
Yeah, and isn't Gal Gadot playing?
Yeah, rumored to be playing the evil queen who turns into the apple wielding witch lady. Yeah, so bitch. Greta Gerwig, she's getting a lot of work now. She's doing Barbie, she's doing Snow White. She did, what was it?
Little Women.
Little Women. Interesting.
Lady Bird.
Interesting career.
That's what I'm saying. Like I hope.
I wonder what her next original project is going to be.
That's what I was just going to say. Like I hope that she doesn't. She's. It's crazy to think that she's been acting and writing and directing for a very, very long time. She just recently got the recognition.
There we go.
I don't know why I can say that for a second, but I just hope that she doesn't just do the studio stuff. Like Barbie is one thing.
I don't think she will.
But Snow White is kind of like, fuck, dude. Another one.
Mm-hmm. Another,
because all these,
I can see that.
All the remakes, all the Disney remakes, they have an interesting team behind them. Like you get Jungle Book and Lion King is Jon Favreau. Guy Ritchie did Aladdin.
I wonder who's pitching these ideas and how they get to be like.
It's all just.
When
Disney.
do you think we're gonna get a live action quote unquote Monsters Inc. remake.
I swear
When we
to God,
get
if
real
that
monsters
happens,
in our life.
oh
Something's
God.
got to happen. I don't know.
Well, they, I mean, like they already, like, yeah, they already fucking did something with that too, with the
Yeah,
TV
Monsters at
show.
Work. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
which was
Yeah.
awful. That was weird. I only
I try
watched
to
like
watch
two
it, but
episodes.
it's definitely for like little kids.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's not good. I was not a big fan. But hey,
Yeah. Disney will be here forever. They'll own everything by the time we're 80.
yeah,
Yeah, Greta Gerwig. I think that's still rumored. I don't know if that's confirmed, but Snow White's going to be the next big adaptation. This next one, I'm going to take with a grain of salt because we don't know if this is true or not, but we might be getting a new Joker. Barry, how do you say his name? Kogan? Barry Kogan. Have you heard these rumors?
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. Who's that?
The fuck is that?
He's in the new
Oh,
Eternals. He plays a character named Druig. He's in the Green Knight, and he's supposedly rumored to be playing. He's in the Batman movie for sure with Robert Pattinson, but he's credited as a character who is the partner of Commissioner, who is partners with not the Commissioner yet, but Jim Gordon. And he eventually gets killed, I guess, by a serial killer named Hangman. Spoiler alert. I don't know if this is going to happen in the books, but this happens in the comic books, so it's not super spoiler. That's what his character is rumored or is credited as. So a lot of people think that's fake and that he's actually playing the Joker in a post-credit scene. And that this came out because his brother came out on Facebook and wrote, "So it's finally out. My brother playing the Joker in the new Batman.
What?
Real stuff." That's what he said on Facebook, but he deleted the post.
Oh man, what a dumbass!
And,
oh my God,
I think
like nobody's talked about that, and he's like, "Oh man, it's finally out." He probably had that saved in his drafts forever, and he thought,
yeah,
like,
a lot
he's
of people think
it.
he's trolling, though. No one's sure because
I hope not. Honestly, that movie already has so many things going on. Like adding Joker to it is,
it's rumored that he's a
weird,
post-credit in prison already. So we'll see what that means.
Yeah.
And it says that he doesn't have there's rumors that people saw it also, that he doesn't have his skin dyed white and he's got longer hair, but he's the Joker, quote unquote, they said. And I like this actor a lot. I did see Eternals and he was the standout performance for me because I hadn't seen him in a to that scale. Like we saw him in the Green Knight. He's the one who cons Dev Patel after getting shortchanged for directions, and his role is really creepy actually, and it's really menacing. So it makes me excited for him to play something like that. But I'm going to take it with a grain of salt because I don't know if that's true. There's also a story about this same actor that he got jumped, like him and a couple of people that he knew. He got jumped at a bar because he was, I guess, talking too much and people were talking too much, and he got into a fight with some people at a bar and had to go to the hospital because of it, because he got stitches and stuff. It was like a big fight. It was like in like the last couple months. Yeah. He got into a fight and he had to go to the hospital for stitches and stuff, I guess. Wow. Something. It was pretty intense actually. So this actor, something's going on with this actor. He's might be trying to hide something. Maybe the fact that he is Joker, and I don't know. But I'm very excited if it is true. So
looking at his face, I mean, like he definitely, I mean, like he's a good looking guy, but he's also he's a weird looking guy.
Yeah,
he's a weird good looking guy. No, like that could be interesting, but like I said, like the Batman and the new Spider-Man movie are like two movies I'm like really anticipating, but I'm kind of nervous for because there's just so much going on with them, you know, like they both have like every villain you can possibly think of, and for them to throw Joker in, it's like, dude, we don't even know if this is gonna be good yet. Can we just like please like hold
It's
the
gonna be
brakes.
good.
Like
I
awesome.
mean, I'm gonna be an advocate for that, but I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, but we haven't seen it yet, Elijah.
Yeah. That's true.
But I mean, like, yeah, no, I'm excited for it.
You're the
I think
skeptic.
I'm
I'm the
hoping that they're gonna be
hopeful.
good. You are the hopeful.
But
I am the skeptic.
so yeah, we'll see what comes of that. He is in the movie.
Mhm.
Barry Cogan. I don't know, but he's rumored to be a cop.
That is, yeah, no, that is interesting. I was just looking at some of that he is just playing a cop. So I mean, like, he is like
Yeah.
kind of a established actor now. So
He's a cat.
he's definitely not just going to play a cop.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that, but who knows? Like, it's
that'd
just
be crazy.
that's
He
such a
just booked
DC's.
Marvel and then gets DC. That's insane.
Well, that's the
as
same.
for his first movies.
I was just gonna say, like, that's the same thing Michael Keaton's doing
Yeah,
with he's Batman yet again, but he's still Vulture.
yeah. He just
And he's
confirmed.
also like in between that Sony bubble because he's also in Morbius.
Yeah,
It's interesting. We're living in a very, very weird time.
yeah. Anyway, that's just more excitement for the Batman. Take that with a grain of salt. I don't know if that's actually true, but we'll see. I'm going to be honest about this next project. I'm not familiar with who the concept is about because it's a Martin Scorsese project. He's making a movie about the Grateful Dead. And I don't know the Grateful Dead too much, but they're known for LSD, like all the psychedelics, the psychedelic era. They're a rock band, or they made a whole new brand of or new genre, right? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. That just goes to show I don't know Grateful Dead, but I'm excited
it's
to hear the story.
psychedelic rock.
Psychedelic rock, yeah, and they are notorious for having people tour with them, basically just follow them city to city, like lots of people. They're one of the first people to do that, and yeah, they're huge on the LSD scene, and they have Jonah Hill attached as Jerry Garcia, and it makes sense to me now why Jonah Hill looks so weird now today. Like if you look at his Instagram today, not weird, but he has a very huge beard. He looks like a huge like surfer dude.
Yeah,
and it makes sense now. He looks a lot like Jerry Garcia.
He does.
If you look back at the photos of Jerry Garcia, I see it. And this is a very exciting collaboration, I think, in my mind, because Jonah Hill and Martin Scorsese did what was it? The Wolf of Wall Street together. And that was a beautiful performance and directing
beautiful
project.
Beautiful is a loose term because he was a disgusting creep in that movie,
and he did it well.
He did do it very, very well. It was his best performance. Yeah, no, that's it's cool. I mean, like, I just want to see him more. Like, I want to see him act more because he hasn't been in a lot of things lately. But I'm very excited for Don't Look Up as well.
Yeah, we're finally gonna get that.
We're getting that side of Jonah Hill again, which I do miss, So that's very interesting, though. I'm going to take that one with a grain of salt as well because Martin Scorsese's always attached to shit, and then he ends up just being like a producer. Like, he was supposed to be a producer for Joker, and he was like attached to direct that forever, and it ended up not happening.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
You never know. And you know what? Something? I got a picture of Jonah Hill right here. I'm just kidding. It's Zac Efron.
Oh, did they do a movie together?
No.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, they did War Dogs together, but that was Miles douche-face Teller.
Yeah.
Him and I go way back. I can say that. I'm not too familiar with Grateful Dead either.
I just know the name, and I know it's associated with LSD and stuff in psychedelics.
Yeah. Well, I just remember Jerry Garcia in Half Baked. He was
literally Jerry Garcia still.
Yeah, no, he was in Half Baked for
cool.
a section.
So good for Jonah Hill. Good for Martin Scorsese. Hopefully they stay together. Yeah, it's just another movie I'm looking forward to.
Fuck Leonardo DiCaprio. Give it to Jonah Hill.
Yeah, after learning about Don's Plum,
Scorsese.
Get him out of here.
Isn't he such a fucking asshole for that? I'm so glad that you looked into that, because like that's just, it's so sad what they did to those guys, even though like they were kind of.
There's a lot of things that I watched, because they're like, I watched the New York Post about it. Like there's a 4-part thing about it. And they're like, the guy who ended up owning it was like, it wasn't even that good a movie. It was just the fact that everyone reacted the way they did over mediocre art. And it's like, come on. It's pretty interesting.
I know.
Like it's not an Oscar-winning film by any means.
Hell no.
Because I watched it on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not at all. I mean, like, it's still like, it's an interesting movie, and like but yeah, no, Leonardo DiCaprio can go fuck himself. And Tobey Maguire.
There's a part too, like when you said the girl actually storms out, while they're shooting, the actress next to Leo actually is like, Leo, chill out. And that's not his name in the movie. They're like, Leo, stop.
He's a fucking monster. They're those guys are fucking monsters.
Speaking of monsters, that's a good segue. We got a new director for the Universal's Wolfman movie. It was originally going to be, I forgot who was it. Oh yeah, Leigh Whannell was originally going to do it, who did The Invisible Man. So they're going to kind of try to keep the continuity and like the tone of everything, and the same creator, which I thought was smart, for the next Universal monster movie, which is The Wolfman. Unfortunately, he had to drop out for scheduling issues. I think because he's doing his own show now for Upgrade. I think, or he's doing a couple projects of his own like IPs, which is good for Leigh Whannell. He's still doing good things. Yeah, I love him. I love his work. So it's not like a thing of like creative differences. But this new director that Ryan Gosling is attached to this Wolfman. I don't know if I said that yet. Yeah. We said this like I think so it originally was those two creators, but Leigh Whannell had to drop out. I guess this idea was pitched by Ryan Gosling to Universal, and they were like, this idea that you have sounds very in line with what we're already going for and what we had done with Invisible Man, they had said. So Ryan Gosling was attached with Leigh Whannell, but he dropped out. And now the new director is Derek Cianfrance. I don't know how to say his name. He did The Place Beyond the Pines and Blue Valentine with Ryan Gosling.
Okay, well, there we go. Those are two really great movies too.
Yeah, very, very good. But I am interested to see how he's going to approach a Universal movie. Like this is going to have to be a blockbuster. Like this is a big movie. I've only seen those. I don't know if I've seen other movies by him actually, but I've seen those two. I've seen Place Beyond the Pines and Blue Valentine. They are ambitious. Well, Place Beyond the Pines is ambitious because it's like two full stories that are told through generations, and it's actually really, really beautifully done. The cinematography is beautiful. Same with Blue Valentine, but Blue Valentine's a more contained love story.
That's a scarring movie. Blue Valentine.
It makes you go through a midlife crisis when you're at whatever age you're watching it. You're going through the midlife crisis with them. So
really does.
Insane. But I would recommend watching it at some point if you are strong enough, because it is very hard to get through. But he also was the writer of The Sound of Metal. He came up with the story.
I just saw that. That's interesting.
Yeah. And so this is
that makes so much sense though. That's definitely up his alley, because it's something that just like breaks your fucking heart.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see what his style is going to be with a lot of money, because I maybe The Place Beyond the Pines was a little bit more money, and it goes to show how artistic it's going to go. I feel like it's going to be very I don't know.
Yeah.
Very
The Invisible Man wasn't
atmospheric, I would say. That's what he's good at building.
Well, the thing is with if they're going with the same route they did with The Invisible Man, like The Invisible Man's budget was only $7 million. So I mean, like that's
okay. So maybe they're Universal's trying to save money, because I think Blumhouse,
and that's a smart thing to do. Yeah, no, it's Blumhouse as well.
They are also producing it. Okay, yeah. So it's it's
Yeah,
an
no,
interesting endeavor.
Jason. Yeah, but and that movie was a fucking hit too. Like compared to like I was just looking for the looking up the budget of the last Wolfman movie with
Oh yeah, Benicio
Benicio
del
del
Toro. It was a
Toro.
period piece, and they said this new one's not going to be period piece, but
Yeah, no, the Wolfman, the original Wolf, or that Wolfman was
yeah.
$150 million and only made 130 back.
Mm.
So, and that's the same thing with like the Mummy. The Mummy was like close to 200
Yeah, I
million.
think
And
they learned their
so
lesson
I
with
think
the
it's
Mummy.
very smart.
Tom Cruise's The Mummy.
Yeah, no, they definitely should have because they spent more money on the fucking logo than they did on the actual
They
movie.
spent more money on the announcement photo of all those movies than they did for the Invisible Man movie that they made later
Yeah.
on. With like they had
Dude,
Johnny
so
Depp,
embarrassing.
they had Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Who else did they have? They had
no, that was so embarrassing. That like
Russell Crowe
can't
too
believe
was in
that
it. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Oh, that's right. Oh
There's a
my
lot.
God. It's so embarrassing. So
But this one, they're going in the right direction now, I think. And I think because Leigh Whannell kicked off something that was obtainable, and they don't have to make huge blockbusters for Universal creatures anymore.
Dude, oh my God. Oh no. But I just discovered something. There might be a spin-off movie of The Invisible Man. It's The Invisible Woman. And
what?
It's gonna be with this might not happen. Let's hope. So Elizabeth Banks.
What?
Who is set to star in, direct, and produce. Which is never a good sign.
So okay, I don't know what that story would be.
I don't
she just
think
takes the suit and becomes okay, whatever. We'll see if
I
that
don't
develops.
think it's gonna happen. No, that should not happen because that just sounds awful. She's awful. She's not awful, but she's just not a good director.
I think Ryan Gosling can do this, the Wolfman.
Yeah, no,
I'm excited to see what Derek can do. I don't know how to say his last name, but Universal.
No,
keep going in this direction.
Ryan Gosling's definitely a really great choice. Like he's one of those people that just like he's fantastic. He can like legitimately do anything. Like we've seen it with that year that he had when he did Nice Guys, La La Land, and Blade Runner 2049. It's like, damn, dude, like and Blue Valentine, like that's a good director to pair him up with too. Like, even though I know what you're saying, like it's gonna be weird, kind of a strange transition, but it kind of works though, especially if you see like those two movies. It works pretty damn well. So like, hopefully, if they go the same route they did with The Invisible Man, then I think that's going to be a really solid movie.
I agree, because they're especially because this is going to be a modern take on Wolfman too, which could be open up a lot of options. And,
which I think that's one of the good things that they did with the Invisible Man.
Exactly.
Like they made it very, very modern, and even though there were like certain things, like especially towards the end, thought The Invisible Man was bullshit, but the movie overall it's so good. Like that, like what's her face is so great.
Elizabeth Moss.
What's her name? Yes. Oh my God, she was amazing in that movie, and the effects in that movie were fantastic. Like her getting dragged around that entire room was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah,
loved it
because Leigh Whannell's good. I like Leigh Whannell's directing.
He's always great. He's a fun like
creator.
One of those. It's always fun. Like even when you have problems with his work, like you can tell that he's fun. He's like, I would love to work with him.
Me too.
Like Upgrade is another one of those movies where it's like,
I think that's
great at all.
I think that's the scheduling project that problem that he had, is because he's making a TV show about that he had the idea when he was making the movie. So it's interesting. So it was all planned.
Yeah, because wasn't it originally supposed to be like a TV show, and then he just made it into a movie? Okay, yeah. I remember hearing about that.
I got one more story for us, Justin. I'm surprised we haven't talked about this sooner. Have you heard about Keanu Reeves' comic book series?
What?
He created a comic book series called Berserker. He is basically the star of it. They base the artwork off him. He is one of the storytellers of it. And Netflix bought the rights to this comic book series, and they're going to turn it into a live action movie starring Keanu Reeves, which he's also producing. And they're also doing an anime spin-off as the comic books continue to come out. Berserker follows a man known only as B. I'm assuming the B stands for Berserker, who's half mortal and half god, cursed and compelled to violence, even at the sacrifice of his sanity. However, after wandering the world for centuries, B may have finally found a refuge, working for the US government to fight the battles too violent and too dangerous for anyone else. In exchange, B will be granted the one thing he desires, the truth about his endless blood-soaked existence and how to end it. God. So he's doing all this work just to want to die.
And this is Keanu Reeves did this?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves created this with a couple comic book writers and artists. And I think part of it was through, I think fundraising was, some of it was fun. I think they used, what did they use? Kickstarter. It was part of a Kickstarter campaign that succeeded.
Dude, we gotta love Keanu.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's something I can totally see him just pitching. Do you think like the movie's gonna star him too?
Yeah, it's starring him and produced by him because the artwork is based on Keanu Reeves. This seems really interesting. The artwork for it is cool. It's called Berserker with I think no vowels. So it's written by I think it's written by the guy who did Project Power too, who's doing the projects with Netflix.
Oh, is that Jamie Foxx superhero?
Yeah,
Netflix
that's the one
movie?
we liked.
I liked that movie a lot.
And this is what Reeves had to say about that writer joining with Netflix. He said, "We're working with Netflix, who have been very cool. I want to do like a Keanu impression. They're going to let us do a R-rated version, which is cool. My ambition or hope is to not do a film version of the comic books so that they'll have things in common. Definitely the main character and his kind of rule set, but that we can all take it to other places as well. We're talking to a couple of different animation companies and we're trying to figure that out. And again, for me, I'm hoping to be inspired and influenced. There are some rules to the story, but I also want other creators to do their version of it. So I'm hoping to do a different version of a metaverse where, in the sense, having different storytellers with one set of rules, but go other places with it. We're working on trying to set up a company with the animation, and we've hired the writer, Mattson Tomlin. He's been cool, and we're starting to put things together. That's where we're at. I like how often he uses the word cool. It's cool.
I was just gonna say that.
It's cool.
Like he says cool so much.
So it looks like he's building his own universe, Keanu Reeves universe, based off his character and the things he's making.
We can call it the Keanuverse.
Yeah. I don't know why everyone uses the metaverse as when they're just talking about whatever universe they're talking about, because now I think they're just talking about Facebook.
You should be a comedian.
With the times. I know what Mark Zuckerberg is doing.
The Zuckerverse.
The Zuckerverse. Yeah, this is very Keanu Reeves. I'm very excited for that.
You know, it sounds interesting.
He sounds passionate about storytelling.
Yeah, no, I just, I've always said, like, I love Keanu the person, but never been a fan of him being an actor or even a director at that because he directed one movie. It was like a kung fu movie, and
interesting.
It wasn't that good. So I wouldn't recommend yeah, I wouldn't recommend. It's something. It's a something movie.
Yeah,
it's a something movie. See, that's what we can always say, though, and that's what he'll always say, because he's such a genuine person that you'd be like, well, Keanu did it. If Keanu can do it, we can all do it.
I do not like the new poster for The Matrix where Keanu's
hated it. Oh, hated.
It's like he's walking out to paparazzi. It's just so when the squad gets out of the club, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the squad gets out of the club.
They literally are all just like.
No, that's a really, really bad poster. I was shocked of how bad that poster was.
Yeah.
And I just honestly, I don't like that his hair is long.
Yeah, I think he shaves it. I honestly think he shaves it.
He needs to, because, like, honestly, like,
I think everything we've seen is only the first act, and he shaves it at the end of the first act. That's what I think.
With this and Bill and Ted, like I loved Bill and Ted, but I mean, like, with Bill and Ted, it's like it's understandable why his hair is so long, I guess. But this one's like, okay, we know the reason why his hair is long and the beard is there. It's because he was shooting John Wick as well.
he has like, John Wick 4 to shoot after this too.
Yeah. John Wick 4, John Wick 5, John Wick 6, John Wick 7.
He's the hair and beard are in his contract at this point.
Yeah. Like I was just watching a movie with him called Destination Wedding, which is actually a pretty funny movie. It's pretty cute. Right. With him and Winona Ryder. And the entire time I was just thinking like, oh, this is John Wick in his off time. He was invited to a wedding.
It's John Wick when he's in witness protection for a moment.
Yeah. Wickness protection.
Wickness protection. That's what John Wick, Wickness protection. Do you remember anything that stood out to you about the news that we had? What are you looking forward to, Justin?
The most interesting part,
if true, because some of it might not be true.
Well, the most interesting part was that Joker part.
His brother I do like spoiling it.
Yeah. Dude, what an asshole. If that is what happens, I'm sure that brother is. It's so funny it was his brother too. Like, why?
I was like, is his brother famous or something? I couldn't find anything. No, it was just his Facebook, and someone saw it. Like, well, my brother got it, and someone he deleted it too.
Asshole.
I don't know. How to asshole. Imagine if your brother did that. Like, Justin just booked his first movie. He's playing the Joker.
That's so weird.
Like, oh shit! Why would you say that?
He probably didn't get enough likes on his last Facebook post, so he was like, "Okay, this is gonna get a lot of traction."
Yeah,
I'm sick of my brother stealing all the.
Weird because he said the news is out there, and I'm like, I hadn't heard that until you posted this, and people started talking about it.
That's why I think if it is a thing, that means I think he had it in his drafts. He originally was gonna post something else.
And he clicked the wrong one.
Yeah, he's like, oh fuck. Yeah, very. That's the thing that's most interesting because I do like that actor.
If true,
the actor is pretty cool. Yeah. So,
I like.
But I mean, like, yeah.
If you see Eternals, I think you'll really like him. He's a really good actor. Yeah. I found out. I need to see The Killing of a Sacred Deer. He's also apparently in that, but
I don't think I'm ever gonna watch Eternals.
I mean, they're putting all the movies on Disney Plus. You can watch Shang-Chi on Disney Plus now. That one's enjoyable.
Oh, is it really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do it too. I'm definitely gonna be there for the Spider-Man movie because that one I have not been so excited over a Marvel movie in years.
Well, that was our episode of History of Popcorn. I hope you guys enjoyed and take some of the news with a grain of salt because not everything we say is true, but you won't know until it happens. Thank you guys for listening to us.
It's not our fault. It's the sources.
Yeah. Subscribe on YouTube if you're watching us on the YouTube. Hello. If you're listening to us, hello.
Hello.
Subscribe on Spotify, on Apple. Give us a review on Apple. Let us know we're entertaining. Let us know how we can improve. And let us know what you're watching. Yeah.
Yep. Hey.
Yeah.
Merry, you mofos.
Merry, you mofos. We're going to make a Christmas hats with that on it. Bye,
Merry
guys.
mofo. Bye. I'm dressed like I'm about to go out to sea.
Yeah, you just need those boat shoes. That's true. Wow, you look like I wish I could say captain, but yeah,
no.
Maybe a stow.
I'm a cabin boy. Thank you very much.